I was ill. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Liz had the plague, and then it was the holiday.
Yeah.
Happy late Memorial Day to all
Yeah.
of you.
It's a week after, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So happy Monday.
Happy June.
Happy June.
Ooh,
I can't even
June.
believe it's June.
And happy season 9.
Oh,
Nine.
this was
Nine,
like
nine, nine, nine,
the
nine.
nicest way to start your week.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
It held up to my expectations.
It was 100% my expectation.
The best thing I've
I
seen
was-
in 2 seasons
There
of this
was a
show.
moment that I was like, shit, am I hyping it up too much?
Nope.
But I was like,
no.
After the past 2,
There-
3,
Yeah.
Solid.
I mean,
7 and 8 were by far the most difficult
Yeah.
seasons to get through.
That is a common.
Yeah. I
Thought.
get it. We were looking forward to it because we just knew that it was going to be different. We just
Yeah.
knew from casts that are coming on or,
Coming back.
returning, coming back, and we just knew. We were like, we just have a good gut feeling
Yeah.
that this is going to be a
Yep.
great way to sum up
Yep.
our little podcast.
Our little podcast that could.
yes.
This is Tree Hill Talk.
The One Tree Hill podcast.
The One Tree Hill podcast. I'm Ingrid.
I'm Liz.
Now Michelle.
and we're the hosts. And we're so excited.
Yeah,
I'm so
really.
excited
I
for you
haven't been
guys.
this excited in a
Me
while.
too.
Yeah.
Not that I don't look forward to watching the show each week because even when we were watching 8, I was still like, oh, it's One Tree Hill.
Yeah.
I love watching it and talking
Yeah.
about it. But now I'm like so excited.
Right.
It feels
feels good.
Especially seeing those baby blue eyes of Tyler Hilton. I'm like, I'm back. Here I am.
Yeah.
yeah, it just feels reminiscent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And also, if this is the only thing we saw of 9, I'd be fine.
That's what Michelle said.
Yeah.
She's like, if this was the only episode we ever watched of 9, I would be
If
happy.
they're like, we were coming back for 1 episode and 1 episode only, and this is it.
That's how I.
Great.
That's
You were
exactly
good.
how I felt.
and
like,
I'd be like,
wow.
One Tree
Just
Hill, you
perfect
great.
sum up.
You great show.
You great.
You great.
I love you.
But
I'm so excited for you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you guys.
I'm excited
knew-
for you to rewatch because you only
Me
watched
too.
it once.
Yeah, I only watched
and
it
this
once.
is the most recent season that
Yeah.
you've seen. So things should be more fresh
Yeah,
than past seasons.
they are.
She's like,
Though
oh, yeah,
I
they are.
did, because I knew, before we jump in, but I knew that Tyler Hilton and Paul Johansson were back this season.
You knew prior to going into the show.
Well, I knew.
Did they announce that at all
Well, I remember
when it was going around?
Probably
The
a
tri-
promo.
Well, the promo shows
yeah.
them.
I wonder
So-
if we could. Oh no, you said we can't because there's
No,
spoilers
no,
for the
no,
whole
no,
season.
no,
Okay,
no.
never mind.
No, no.
Yeah.
No. Listeners know why.
Yeah.
So you guys, but I knew that they came back, and I knew they came back in season 1 now as we were going to rewatch it, but I totally forgot that they're literally the first scene.
Yeah. That was the first.
They were
scene.
the first shot. That's why I wanted to cover the credits, because I didn't want you guys to see that they were in it.
Yeah.
But I forgot that they literally, as I was testing to see where the credits ended,
She's like, I didn't even
I'm
need
like,
to
I don't
cover
need it
it.
because they're legit.
It's
They
the
show
first
up
thing.
before their names even show
Right.
up.
Which is great actually, because you really are shock factor then.
So continuing forward,
I still need to cover.
every
Okay.
episode,
I'm going to, because
you never know.
We need to hype it. we need to hype it
people
up.
come back. They come back. People come back, and I don't remember when.
I've never been
So-
so happy.
You know,
They come back and we're gonna cover it. That's it.
right? So I
I'm
just want
all
to cover
down
the,
about covering.
I'm gonna for next week. I'm definitely gonna watch the beginning. Unless someone wants to be our timestamp coordinator out there, let us know.
Ooh, a new
If
Who wants
someone
the
wants a
role?
job.
Raise their hand now. Hurry.
If you want the job, tweet me, please, at Tree Hill Talk, and let me know, and it will help us out. And then I'm gonna just make like a little sticker or something, like cut out a piece of paper and just we could tape it.
We could
on
design
there or
it like
something.
Tree Hill Talks.
Yeah, cover it up.
Covering.
So, I don't want you guys to be spoiled.
I don't want to be spoiled, so
I
I
don't
much
Like the
appreciate
time
it.
when Michelle's favorite character came back.
But that was when I think about reveals. Like we were so shocked,
I know, because
but
you
in the
didn't see
best
her name.
way. In the best way,
Right.
I mean, for
Oh,
me,
that.
Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel. Who are
Yeah.
you thinking about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Remember when Rachel dated
No, but
Dan
when Ingrid
and they
did
were
that,
married?
I do remember that.
When she did that, though, I had that. She was like the least.
I know.
Like the person I doubted. I was like,
call
nah.
it, though, at some
Right.
But
point?
like, no, you didn't
Yeah.
call it until you actually saw a shadow of a person.
And I
You're
was
like,
like,
oh
is this
fuck, is that
fucking
Rachel?
Rachel?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's
Yeah.
not. But when Ingrid covered
Wait,
it
does
really
Rachel-
made.
Well, I was gonna ask, does Rachel come back?
I-
We talked about this. Forget it. Continue.
She's like,
Continue.
she's sad.
No. Just continue.
Okay.
No.
But anyway, the
But-
shock factor, we have to
Yeah.
keep it in. We only have 13.
I
We have
want
12 episodes now left.
I
It's like
know.
each time we tick down, it's
There's only
really
12.
sad.
And then there's only 11 and then
Right.
there's only 10.
Then there's only one left, you know? And then it's done. So
and then
guys,
it's over.
like, it's too
Oh.
much.
Before we jump in though, I do want to quickly mention our Patreon.
I want to clarify some things for y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go over some housekeeping.
I want to do a little housekeeping on our Patreon. So as you guys know, we do have a Patreon page. If you have no idea what that is because you click off at the end of every episode of Tree Hill Talk, we're gonna
Psych.
we're gonna hit you
we
in the
got
beginning.
you.
Yeah, we're gonna hit you in the beginning very quickly. Patreon is a crowdfunding site. This podcast is 99.9% funded by you guys.
It's the only way we are surviving.
We do
Yeah.
have some affiliates that we work with, but literally all of our funding comes from you guys, the listeners that like the show, that support the show. And you guys are the ones that allow us to make these boxes, to do these giveaways, to buy these microphones, and to keep it running. And it just helps us get to where we want to be. As Tree Hill Talk is ending soon, we will be, once the podcast is over, we will be closing down the Patreon page, and we have created a second one currently. If you are currently a pledge on the Tree Hill Talk only Patreon, we recommend you stay there because all of the perks are staying there until this podcast is no longer live. It will always forever be up, but as we are currently recording and posting, that Patreon will stay up. So if you're getting the perks, which include the podcast episodes early, you
audio
get
commentary.
you get the commentary, you get the visual commentary,
subscription boxing.
yeah, you get the you get to join us on our live stream. So as we're watching the episodes, we do live stream, and you guys always join us for those, and we super appreciate it, and we love it, and it's so fun reading what you guys are saying. The girls can't read. Yeah, the girls
I'm
can't
like,
read
Ingrid
it.
has a lot of fun doing
I
it.
have a lot of fun because I get to read and laugh with you guys.
Well, that's
as
great.
we're
I'm
watching.
happy that you get to do that.
Yeah, and they like to watch your reactions. So the live streams are probably my favorite part of Patreon. And we do giveaways. We have a birthday club. There's a lot going on, and we have our subscription boxes, which is our biggest, pretty much funding. So all of those perks are going to stay up as long as this podcast is running. So we have about 13 more weeks of the podcast. We are obviously going to try and come back for, recaps, and, maybe we'll watch some blooper videos and just kind of, we'll do fun little episodes here and there, but the goal is to eventually move on and do other TV shows. So as you guys know, we did announce that we're doing Let's Talk OC.
Yay!
Which, as you guys know, is Michelle's ultimate favorite TV show of all time. I have never seen it, so I am going to be the newbie on that podcast.
It's going to be fun.
So if you are excited about that, we have another Patreon page, which is patreon.com/ittakes3, or you can just go to ittakes3network.com. It takes you there too. The goal with that one is that is going to be funding all of our podcasts. So we will no longer have separate Patreons for each podcast. Everything will just be there.
It's just easier for us.
Right. And we're going to still offer the same perks. We're going to be doing commentaries. Episodes will be going early, behind the scenes, live streams. The same deal for those new podcasts. Everything will be over on ittakes3network.com. So if you're excited about Let's Talk OC, if there's a TV show you want us, I know a lot of people want us to do Gossip Girl and Friday Night Lights and Vampire Diaries and tons of nostalgic, Charmed, Buffy. We want to do those TV shows, but we can't do it without your help. So pretty much we have set goals over on that Patreon page. If we hit those goals of funding, we can proceed to do more podcasts, because podcasting does take a lot of time. It takes a lot of work. And we want to do all these TV shows, but we can't do it without your help. So if you want to lend a hand and pledge, it's a monthly pledge. You could do $5, $2, $25, $10, whatever it is you can give. It could literally be $1 a month. It helps us in a big, big way. So just wanted to clarify that before we jumped into episode
I
1.
think you explained everything really well.
Thank you.
Michelle and I just looked at you. We're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just wanted to get it out there. I know because a lot of people were like, should I move my pledge over from the Tree Hill Talk Patreon over to the It Takes 3 one?
It's premature.
Don't move it over yet because those same perks that we do over on Tree Hill Talk, all of those won't be over there anymore because we won't be recording live by the time we get to that Patreon.
Right.
If you're a current pledge over there because of our other podcast, It Takes 3, you can keep that there. That's fine. But just letting you know, the Tree Hill Talk, I would stay where you are.
Yeah.
But thank you
we'll
so
give
much.
you the okay.
Yeah,
Just-
we'll let
you know when to switch over.
Yeah. But that's really it. So that's the goal. We're going to hopefully get to be able to do a lot more nostalgic teen dramas for you guys. And we're really excited. And we can't do it without you. So again, patreon.com/treehilltalk if you want to pledge to this podcast currently and get some of those perks that I mentioned before. And if you want to support our future endeavors, it's ittakes3network.com. So glad I got that out of the way.
Thank you, Ingrid. Thank you so much.
No problem. So now we're going to jump into this fabulous season 9, episode 1.
Know this, we're noticed.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my
It
God.
premiered January 11th, 2012.
Woo.
So
Which-
only 8 months after the finale of 8 aired.
Crazy. So they got picked up 2 days after this.
So
finale
about
aired,
May, yeah.
right? And so then the writers were like, "Yes, let's get back
Let's-
to that room."
8 months.
Let's
Yeah.
Wow.
Tore shit up.
But-
Tear.
Tear.
Let's torch it.
Let's torch shit
But
up.
again,
Torch.
though, it's only 13 episodes. So
Yeah.
who knows
Yeah.
So it's
how
going to
long
be jam-packed.
it was
Well,
already.
It already is jam.
It
It is.
started out
Ex-
in the first 2 seconds.
Expect all episodes to be pretty much.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, me too.
Bring
Yeah.
it on. I
Yeah.
can handle it.
I think it'll be fun to... Okay, so we pretty much start off with a lot of quick...
I don't even know if I got everything
Well,
down.
It opens with the fire.
yeah, there's a lot of quick little
Well,
scenes.
it opens up black screen.
We do have a black screen.
Oh, I did write black screen, right?
Yeah. So we can go over these quick little crazy scenes that are happening, which I hope you guys picked up are flash forwards because they weren't currently happening.
No, they weren't.
So
And I'm like,
so
are you going to tell us it's like 24 hours from now, 48 hours, 2
no,
years?
nope,
Like, nope, we're not going to get any of that.
Nope, you're not getting that. But we'll go over them and then maybe throw in little predictions of what you guys think is actually happening.
Sure.
And then we'll go on
I
with
think
the
I have
episode.
a pretty solid idea for mostly each one.
Yeah, me too.
All right. For the most part.
We start
Okay.
off with the fire.
Dan's diner.
Yeah.
is
I mean,
burning.
did you know right away that it was his diner?
Pretty much.
I think I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, it looked exactly
Like
how
a
I
little-
remembered. Yeah,
little
like a little
shack.
shack.
Yeah.
And
Up in flames.
but then we see Dan in
With
the
a gun.
car
with a gun.
And Chris
with
Keller.
Chris
With
Keller.
Chris Keller with horn glasses. I'm
What?
like, fire.
What's happening?
Fire.
Why are they together? Quick little. What do you
Eee,
think?
That's a tough one. That one I'm stuck on.
Not-
Chase, I think I know.
Not sure yet about that.
You don't know? No
Mhm.
guesses. No prediction. Like quick, fun little.
Oh, I mean,
Nothing?
we should definitely this is the first episode. We should predict now. Maybe not predict. I mean, obviously we'll predict
the
each
only
week, but
two predictions I have: Dan burned down
his own
diner,
house, his
so
own
he can
diner.
get back in with his family. And I
Mhm.
think Nate is the dead body.
Okay.
Those are my predictions.
What I think is that Dan is the dead body.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. But why would Haley be that upset?
I think because she thought it was Nathan, and it was kind of like a cry of relief
A cry of relief.
Yeah.
And maybe in this time she becomes attached.
to Dan.
Dan
He's
for
taking
being in the
good of
fam.
care of her
Oh, I
children.
like that. Can I switch teams?
Absolutely.
Or can I be on
Come
both?
over. Come over.
Can we be on both?
You can be on
Can we
whatever you
combine,
want.
So either way we'll be right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I don't think it's Nathan just because it's still very well can be. Never mind.
If it's still-
It could be.
What if that's like the
That would be
last
devastating.
episode? They're like, they killed Nate.
That would be
This
That
show,
would be
though, would
hard.
be really dark.
That would
I
be the
mean,
darkest shit. The
Remember
way
when they killed Keith? I mean, anything's possible.
you're right and killed Peyton's
You're right.
both
Maybe
two
it's
mommies
not.
and
Maybe it's
They
not.
wouldn't kill Peyton's other mom.
remember I
JK.
said that so many times
I
like
know.
oh it's not
And
happening.
we both were like, there's no way.
And
Denial.
then internally, I'm just like
Denial. I was in denial about
Mhm.
because all right. Yeah. So that's my Haley prediction even though we
Okay.
technically didn't get there yet.
we didn't get
But-
there yet, but
And the Chase prediction
Chase is
I
in a-
have is he was in a fight with Chuck's dad.
Yeah.
and
He's
he
in
got
a cop
arrested.
car.
Yeah, I got that.
That was only
what I
my
thought
only
too.
main prediction.
Yeah.
But Dan and Chris Keller, that I'm
Wait,
stuck on.
wait. Well, okay. You want to go back to that?
Yeah, like I mean,
Why is Chris with Dan?
Did someone break into Red Bedroom Records? Whoever's after Dan
Could
and
be,
Chris
because
found them.
Dan's going to
and-
be living with them.
Mhm. He's
So it
gonna
has
be
to be
he's
something
gonna
at
be
Red Bedroom.
close quarters with all of Tree Hill. He's gonna be right back where he started, like lurking on everyone in Tree Hill, looking from the shadows, like
Do you think
over here, over there.
Nate kills Dan? I feel.
Oh, that's the darkest.
Don't you think?
No,
You don't think so?
Whoever. Well, okay. So I have two, like, feelings as though I agree with you. I think maybe out of sympathy, Dan burned down the diner and now he wants to get closer. But I also feel like someone shady is after him. He made enemies with someone.
Well, of course.
But who?
I don't know.
Who?
Who?
Who? Sorry,
Because
headphone
then
users.
I don't want to
Deb?
jump ahead.
Deb is
Imagine
lurking.
Deb.
Wishful thinking.
I'm a grandmother.
I mean, maybe we'll
Remember
Why
get.
me?
can't I come and stay?
Why can't
I mean, I'm sure towards middle of the season, I'll have a better idea of,
Or we won't.
or we won't. So,
Yeah. Or we won't.
yeah, that's a very general, broad prediction is either he did it or someone's after him.
Yeah.
Okay. Why
Um,
are Clay and Quinn fighting?
Oh,
Screaming at each other.
screaming at each other.
We've never seen that
and Clay
before.
and Clay says like, I don't want you to come, kind of thing. Like I don't need your help. And I mean, you can see how both sleep deprived. Like they are not in good health right now. Neither of
Right.
them.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this is just piling on. I don't know what would make Clay crack though. Say crack again. Crack.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, something with Nate, Fortitude, the business, involved with Dan, bad things.
Bad things.
This is
Oh,
so
maybe
broad,
Clay
but
gets Clay
I-
gets involved with
Yeah,
Dan.
I'm thinking Clay gets involved
and
somehow.
Chris Keller, they all get involved with Dan.
Beauty's on the scene.
Beauty's on the scene.
Beauty's
Dan
on the
joins them.
scene.
Become a mob.
Plus
And
Dan.
Julian.
Yeah. Okay, so Julian's getting beat.
Julian's getting beat up.
Something mafia is going down.
Something
like, or
mafia.
I don't
some,
know if
like,
we're going
drug-
mafia.
Like drug
No.
cartel. No, none of this.
Drug cartel?
Do you know
In
what
Tree
show
Hill?
this is?
I don't think so. That's a
This isn't
whole
Breaking
other
Bad.
Maybe
thing.
Dante. Maybe with Bear came back. He came back.
I mean, you're right. Everybody could come back.
Bear came back, and this
Bear.
is who's
Guys.
after Dan.
Dante's dead, right?
Dante's dead.
You figured it out. Dante comes back to life. That's why I want to cover the credits.
No, it's actually Keith. Keith kills
Keith
Dan.
comes back, seeks revenge as a ghost.
No way. No way.
You figured it out. I don't know how you guys made predictions.
We're so great at predictions.
So good.
Why do you think Brooke's going insane?
Insane.
I think
She-
because of Julian.
breaking shit?
Breaking shit.
I think she's
Where
upset.
where is she?
She
Cat-
looks like she's
cafe.
at Dixie's though.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it was Karen's Cafe.
I don't know.
The way it
It wasn't set up how Karen's Cafe
Right.
is set up. You're right. It looked like maybe it was Dixie's or like maybe it's that bar that she passes in that episode.
maybe.
Like
I
something
feel like she just needs to blow up
maybe
steam and
I was
goes
gonna say
crazy.
now another like light bulb. She passes them saying, "Oh, that was my old life."
Mhm.
Then towards the end, she's like, "These babies are driving me crazy. I want to go back to that old life," and like goes.
I don't think so. I think she just
No.
No.
I don't know.
Not
Something
over
with
the
Julian.
babies.
Everyone is very feisty in the first 5 seconds of this episode.
And then
so
I know we already kind of
Haley's
mentioned
a body bag.
the Haley with the body.
She is a good ass crier.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah.
But I'm holding my prediction. I think she initially, because in the scene that we're thinking that Dan dies, Nate and Dan are together, right? Because he saves Nate. So maybe there's something. Maybe there's another fire. Maybe there's gunshots, whatever, and that she can't get to
I feel
Nathan.
like
She
it's
can't.
a fight.
A f-
I feel like one shoots. I don't.
You think
yeah,
that Nate shoots Dan?
I do.
Wow, that's heavy.
Heavy.
That's heavy. Slancha.
Maybe,
That is
I
heavy.
don't know why. I don't know.
That would be the darkest of dark of the show, and I'd actually appreciate it. Of
Maybe
like,
this is a drug thing, and they have to start dealing drugs to get money
Walter
for the
White,
movie studio,
maybe,
the soundstage.
yeah, maybe Fortitude does not come picking up. They can't
Yeah.
make the funds. Julie needs money. Brooke
Dan
obviously
needs money.
Dan needs.
Dan needs money.
He's going to be selling.
drugs.
He has to
This is
sell
Now
Now
it.
you're on the drug train.
I'm
How
with
is
you.
he
Let's go on
gonna
the
get
drug-
in though with the drugs? Maybe.
Oh, we're running with this. Okay.
Yeah. So Chris
listen,
Keller
it's a
or
small-
Alex. Alex knows a lot of celebrities. Maybe he'll get in there.
Yeah. It's a small
Millie
town.
becomes a crackhead. Again.
Millie.
They said
Millie.
specifically said she's a
Coke-
crackhead.
Cokehead. Yeah.
Cokehead.
No, crackhead.
Oh, they say crackhead.
Yeah, she
Crackhead
says-
Millie. Crackhead Millie.
Millie.
Right. Okay. So,
I wrote it down.
so here we go. Lots of.
Lots of things could be possible.
Yeah.
This is it.
Whatever it is, I'm
Drugs.
about it.
Drugs.
I'm about it.
Fuck shit.
It has
up
to be
in
drugs.
Tree Hill.
It has to be drugs. It can't be anything else.
Nothing else. It's got to be drugs.
It's definitely nothing else.
It's drugs.
It's 100%.
Or like it's
anything else.
It's
I don't know.
drugs.
okay. That's what we're sticking with.
All
is
right.
Sticking
drugs.
with drugs.
Those were all the quick scenes at the beginning.
Yeah,
right?
Julian gets beat up, and then it freeze frames,
Yeah. Of
On his
course.
face.
It has to freeze frame.
and then Baby Davis is crying.
Mm-hmm. Julian.
They are having it rough.
Stress parents.
And
Yep.
Julian says, "Everyone keeps telling me it gets better, and
But
they're
it doesn't.
liars.
Yeah.
It doesn't."
They're on the struggle.
How many
The
months do you think it's been since we've seen them last? I mean, the babies all look pretty much the same age, right? It feels like it's only been
Yeah.
a few weeks since we've
No, they're
technically
definitely
seen them.
older. Because look at Lydia. Well, wait.
When we
Lydia-
last saw Lydia, Jamie was in bed with her. Remember, and like
she's
they,
wearing a little hat, right?
she was so
couple
cute.
months, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that long.
But Julian's really stressed because of the soundstage
yeah.
in that situation.
So
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was.
She's really processing.
I want because I wanted to
I
say what I wanted to say correctly. I'm not going to. I'm not savvy in the.
She's got her
Sound
eyes
studio.
closed. and everything.
She's singing.
So I'm asking Michelle, even though I know
Okay.
Ingrid's already seen it, but I'm assuming Michelle would know better. The sound studio is so he could do movies in Tree Hill.
I'm
Yes.
assuming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like,
A soundstage.
A
is essentially
soundstage-
a giant
right,
You
empty
build sets.
area. You
Right.
build sets.
okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's
I
why
didn't-
later on when he says the movie pulled out.
Right, that
he-
was his funds for the soundstage.
Well, yeah, because they were going to make
Sorry,
a
I'm
movie there.
itchy.
So the fact that it ends up getting pulled
Yeah.
out, now he's left with this huge soundstage, a bunch of loans, and nothing to do.
Okay, got it. Totally got it.
yeah.
Nelly phone call, right?
Yep, and Nathan's been away.
Nathan's hair is cute.
We
People
love
in the
it.
people in the chat didn't like it,
In
but
the,
we
during the
liked
live
it.
stream, everyone said they disliked the buzz. I
I'm a-
thoroughly enjoyed the
I'm
buzz
into
cut.
cut.
it.
Love it.
And I'm waiting for that facial hair to grow in,
He looks
Yep.
handsome
and
right now.
I will
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
put
It'll
a
get
fork
there.
in me.
Done.
Done.
I think you're already done with CK.
I know.
Yeah.
CK is taken it to a whole nother level. And
CK.
it's so funny because in my everyday life I always go for dark hair, dark,
Me too.
Yeah,
celebrities for some reason, dirty blonde blue eyes, always.
always.
I love that like look, that Hayden Christensen like look, that like Paul Walker. Like I don't know why I always find that to be
Because
sexier.
I feel like real life ones
because
never
they don't look like that, right? Like blonde boys in my everyday life, they like
Our
aren't
blonde
sexy.
boys
It's
are
Bobby.
like-
That's it. No offense to you, Bobby,
No,
but
he's-
you don't look like
he's
Paul
a
Walker.
cherub child.
For reference, Bobby is
Michelle's future brother-in-law.
sister's fiance.
Yes.
Just wanted to clarify because people are gonna be like, "Who the fuck is Bobby?"
Yeah, that's the
Um,
only blonde boy I know in my. Besides this kid I work with, that's blonde. He doesn't look anything like that either. So it's just like I want sexy blonde
Yeah.
men in my life, but they're not there. So when
I
I
don't
look at the
know.
television, I'm
You're
like,
right.
yes, please.
I don't classify Chris Keller as blonde.
It's like a dirty
I see
blondish
brown, light
and
brown.
like Julian doesn't have dark hair either.
No, his hair
No,
is more
it's
on like
brown.
the chestnutty
I
color.
see Julian and Chris Keller are the same color hair.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think
A
Chris
bit.
Keller's is ashier. Julian's is warmer.
she's.
If I'm
getting
gonna be
real-
very
But
specific,
Chris Keller's
real
hair
specific.
just seasons ago was blonde.
blonde.
Yes.
but now
Not
it's
anymore.
not.
no, he
Yeah.
just looks fine.
I
Anyway,
think it's his personality.
I love that too.
He is adorable.
Adorable.
But his personality really just brings
And
it
that
home.
little grin, the little smile,
And his glasses.
the shit.
Those
eating
glasses, he looked sexy.
grin. Fine. Well, I think we
Tyler
could just
Hilton.
skip our segment later of his favorite character.
Julian
Goddamn.
who?
Bye,
We
Juju
did-
Train.
Bye bye Juju Train.
Bye bye.
Oh no, it's okay.
But really,
But anyway, so Nelly has a phone call. Cleet. Nate is in the airport.
yeah, he's away on business.
Is he? Yeah. So is he scouting again?
I
Is
think
that
so. Yeah,
what
he was
they're-
scouting.
But Clay's not.
Yeah, Clay's.
And then
behind.
he said something about he's waiting for Clay to go to.
they're gonna pretty much switch.
But did he say London? Like so it was
Europe.
something Europe. Okay.
Did he say where was he going?
I knew it wasn't in
It
like
was
America. I knew
Europe.
it was like outside of the
Outside of
United
America.
States. Outside the United
Right outside
like far.
the Atlantic Ocean.
Outside.
further
Across
away.
the pond.
And then Clay on
Clay?
the spinny thing.
He's in the
we couldn't
playground.
think of what
Cute.
that
Now,
was called.
I would, before we dive into the rest of Clay not having sleeping issues, what do you guys
was
think is going
random.
on?
This is weird.
Random. Why have PTSD now? It's been a year since you got shot, right?
Yeah, but you don't know how the brain works.
No, I know.
Brains can get fucked
Brain-
up.
They can.
And it's Clay,
Clearly,
so.
and it's Clay.
Yeah. But he's having some ish. It was weird.
I think Quinn
but
didn't.
I'm
She
okay
had
with it.
some ish right after the shooting. Clay, because of Clay was in
Well,
a coma and everything.
Well, no, and
Well,
she was
Katie
scared
Ryan,
of Katie
too.
Ryan.
and then Katie Ryan. I feel like maybe Clay didn't like fully absorb what really happened,
but
and now
so-
he's kind of doing
what
it.
they're making it seem, and not to jump ahead, but it's a neurological problem.
Right,
Yeah.
something's wrong with the brain because of the
Yeah.
bullet, but the bullet didn't go.
It could still affect your
Yeah.
brain.
It's
He
still
was in a
yeah.
coma.
Shot.
No, and it was
He was in
yeah.
a coma that affects your brain.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So interesting. I don't hate it. It's a
No,
more
like we
interesting
said,
they're
storyline.
not-
Serious Quay is better than cheesy lovey
Yeah,
Quay.
They didn't like have any naked scenes.
That was,
Until-
but it's because Chex made up for it.
With the
yeah,
the
we'll
leather
get there.
pants.
Yeah.
The leather pants.
And we're
yeah,
back.
but
But,
again, it was very brief.
it was quick.
You guys are kind.
Very, very brief. Dan fire again. I wrote. I guess
He's
he was
in
standing
front of the
outside
fire.
of the fire.
Yeah,
So you guys think he set his own fire?
I do.
I could see it, but also I would maybe he didn't, and again, someone did it because he made enemies.
I mean, I could see
He's
that
like
also,
he's like I
but-
live there. I lost everything. Like,
But to him, Dan.
but he
Nate-
already lost everything now.
Yeah, but Nate came to him, gave him 2 pictures. Oh no,
A
the
pic-
picture
he
and the
gave it-
baseball.
and the baseball. Mm-hmm.
That gave
He got a
Dan
taste.
so
Yeah,
much life.
he got it. Yeah, he did.
Fuck this shit.
I'm
Possessions
leaving.
don't mean
Let me get to
anything.
Tree Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
family.
No, I'm 50-50. Really, could go
Yeah.
either way.
Yeah.
I'm leaning more towards that he did do it because it's what we were predicting during commentary. So
But who would light it on fire? You know what I mean? Unless
Yeah.
it was an accident.
Oh,
Light it
right.
up, light it up.
doesn't seem like it would be an accident to me though.
No.
Something shady's
Right.
a Bruin.
It's Tree
It's
Hill.
drugs.
It's drugs.
It's drugs.
It's-
It's Walter White.
It's Walter
Um,
White. He's selling.
So Haley gets to the cafe and the cafe doors open.
Creepy.
Not to jump ahead, but
well,
there's
that
a-
was,
that
that's
is
the next
next.
scene.
no. I mean, but there are multiple doors in her life being open that aren't
Yes.
supposed to be.
Right.
That's
Red
what I meant by
flag.
jumping. So
Red flag.
somebody is obviously lurking. Who do you think is lurking? It could be a nobody. It could be just a rando that's after Haley, or could be someone we know. Or what do you guys think is going on with the doors
To me,
situation?
too early to tell.
It is too early to tell.
I really have no.
No
I mean, we saw the
guesses?
I
shadow
didn't
figure.
think-
And there was someone, we did see a shadow of a
Um,
person trying to open her door.
Unless it was Dan.
But do you think that he would leave door? Maybe because he's like
Those-
searching for her kind of thing.
Those scenes were leading up to when Dan's in the church, or were those fast forwards?
Yeah,
Those were in current time.
Okay. All right. That's
her
what I
going
thought.
to the cafe.
This
then
was
her being
before
at,
he was in town. Technically,
before. Yeah.
Okay.
Before he comes to the church.
I
Got
don't
it.
think it was Dan.
Yeah, he wouldn't be creepy.
Why
He
would
wouldn't-
Dan
he wouldn't be
break
creepy
in?
like
And right, Dan wouldn't break in.
He's
I
trying to
don't-
look good. I don't think breaking in and Haley comes home and he's like, "Oh hey," like,
unless.
Do you think that Nate pissed off someone and
Oh,
that they're coming to his house and maybe that's why in the end Dan saves Nate from that?
maybe? Yeah.
But who would he have?
We don't know
We
them
still
yet.
don't know.
We
It's
don't
too
know
early
them
to
yet.
tell.
too
Making
early
premature
to tell.
predictions.
That's okay. Premature
That's
predictions
gonna-
are always the funniest though.
That's gonna be our slogan of this. Too early to tell.
Too early to tell.
It's all
Hold your
true.
hand up. Too early to
It's
tell.
too early
It's
to
too
tell.
early to tell.
I'm about it. I'm saying it from now on.
Yeah.
Haley's Cafe.
Quinn
Clay
goes and gets Clay at the park.
from the park, and he's just like at first because this was the first scene after they fought, right? That we see them together.
No.
Well, together, yeah. But
Together.
and it seemed like they were fine to me. I was like, oh, he's woke up there.
Yeah.
Because at first it didn't. It seemed like everything was happening at present time, but then when you go back, you're like, oh, okay, that must be in the future.
Those are all flash forwards. Yeah.
okay. So
So
I was
he.
a little confused.
This
as
was
to
the
why
second
he was like
scene.
smiling at her.
Yeah, this is the second scene that we see Clay. The first scene was when we see him sleeping on the little spinny
Right.
thing. Now it's the next morning. He called Quinn to come get him,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what Quinn showed up to go get him at the
And
park.
he's like, what? Well-
just walked a mile in my sleep and woke up on this spinny thing. You know, no big deal.
And then I have checks.
Chase has an apartment.
Chase
This
has
is
an
the apartment.
This
His
is the apartment.
apartment.
It's a nice
Cute.
apartment.
It's nice. It's like a loft.
Yeah.
It's
Is it
the
at
studio.
Trick?
I think it's at Trick.
It seems like because he goes out.
Yeah.
because,
It must be.
you know.
Yeah. He
Then
says something about shipments at Trick.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm burping. And I was like, oh, so did you not do the pilot thing? But then Alex says that he's a pilot and a bar manager.
right. So he's back in town.
So he's doing both. That's cool. Mm-hmm.
Julian is then signing all those papers for the loan
Loans.
that he took out for this studio and for the movie that he thinks he's going to produce that we later find out falls through. Quinn is then telling Clay that he needs to go see somebody because he's woken up at the beach. He's woken up outside by the pool and now the park, which was a mile away, and she's worried about him.
Yeah.
That's not good. Then
It's
I
not
have
good. Coming from someone that sleepwalks. You don't want to be
You
a
don't wanna
mile
be-
away from your home when
no,
you're sleepwalking.
that's not good. Then Karen's Cafe, Haley and Brooke.
Hi, Brooke.
It's real-
Hi,
that
Brooke.
was cute. I liked that.
So this was the second scene that we see that Haley gets JK. This
No,
is
but she does mention to Brooke the door was
mentions-
open.
Right, make
Check
sure
it
you
before
lock
you
up.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would have been my first thing I say.
Hey, did you leave the door open or something? Yeah.
Right.
By the way, the door was open. Make sure you lock up.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's back up.
And then as Haley's leaving, everyone's like, "Bye, Haley,"
Yeah,
which is
it's
really
funny.
cute
I thought that was
because she needs to go meet the new manager of Red Bedroom
And his
Records.
name was what again?
Harry Johnson.
Harry Johnson, right?
and
And they're gonna run Red Bedroom Records.
Chris Keller.
Chris Motherfucking Keller.
Yay.
I'm just gonna let you guys go off on how much you love him.
Oh,
for a
I
second.
love Chris Keller.
love Chris Keller.
Every
He makes
element.
this. He makes it.
yeah.
When I
Yeah.
feel down about One Tree Hill, I just think about Chris Keller and how he's on season 9. I'm like, you made my day.
Yeah.
Thank
no,
you.
It's pretty great.
It's great.
Yeah.
Even
And-
in the beginning when he was an asshole, you still loved him as an
No,
asshole, and then you
yeah.
just progressively start to love him more and more. And then to know that he was coming back, Michelle and I were like, "Oh my god!"
I know because
Oh
you
my
guys,
God.
you guys were in like this dark pit of like, how are we getting through this? And I'm like, I need to give him a little light.
Wait, so
So the little flashlight I shone was a Chris Keller little
it was great
beam of happiness.
because we really didn't expect that at all. Because what would you have a need for him to come back?
right.
But that he is back, that's just the greatest. But I wanted to
Yeah.
ask you though. I know we touched upon it before, but when 8 wrapped and they were promoing 9, did they show him in it?
Yes.
Okay, so you knew he was
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
see, I would
exciting.
have been.
I'm pretty sure he was
I
in
don't
the
know if I would have
promo.
been excited more to have
yeah,
him
I'm
pop
pretty
up
sure.
and not know, or really be like waiting for the like arrival of season 9 kind of thing.
Yeah.
They got to bring you back, though.
They gotta
They're
bring you
like,
back.
We know 8 was bad. Come
Well,
back,
I
'cause
mean,
Chris Keller.
they
is here.
apparently show a shit ton in the season 9.
They
promo.
do.
That's
That's
why
why I
they
was
do it to
surprised.
like come back.
It's like,
Yeah.
hurry, 13 episodes. We can do this.
I'm
Yeah.
really honestly, because at first I was like, yeah, the promo couldn't have, because I don't really remember it. And then I watched it and I was like, no, we cannot. We cannot. No, we are not watching.
For the podcast purposes, we cannot watch it. If we were
No.
just a regular fan,
No, I
watching
still
it
don't
when it
think
was
that
live.
promo should have been shown.
oh, that sucks. I feel bad for
Like,
everyone that got
oh.
stuff ruined for
But
them.
I 100, once you get to what I'm talking about, 110% understand why
they did
certain
it.
things were put in the promo
Yeah, it's to get you in.
to reel you in.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why would you come back?
Right,
Yeah, 'cause
after
you-
that.
I guess because you miss your friends.
Yeah.
You miss your friends. Then we have
Check sex text.
yeah.
That's right.
Quick little sext picture. And then Brooke is with the babies again.
The Baker twins.
trying to keep them awake because she's like, oh, it sucks to be woken up, doesn't it? And she's trying to keep them up during the day.
Yeah.
Which, good luck.
Yeah. Twins. That's tough.
And then Victoria.
Grandma
Victoria,
Vicky.
Grandma's back.
And
She
just-
doesn't care about Brooke. She just walks right
Nope.
in. I mean, it's
The
Victoria.
fabulous Baker boys.
the Baker boys. She
And
wants
Brooke's
the
like,
babies.
Speaking of Baker boys, I want to talk to you about something.
Baker man.
At the Baker Man, which Michelle and I
We
sort
knew.
of predicted knew.
Yeah.
So that's
I've been waiting
exciting,
for
and I
that
love
to
that
be-
she says, "Thank you, Victoria," and Crackhead Millie.
And then we find out that the christening's tomorrow,
Yes, the
Yep.
christening,
and Brooke's father is supposed to be coming.
The Godfather.
which I had really didn't think they were going to revisit the father
No,
thing.
I didn't either, because after the wedding,
After the wedding, I was like, okay,
No
so we're
point.
never getting him.
Yeah,
Ted
they-
Baker is not coming into the picture. But
No.
they're like, oh, we get season 9? Let's just put him in.
Ted Davis.
Yeah.
Ted Baker.
Ted Baker.
Ted Baker
Davis.
sounds better. Ted Davis, you're right.
Yeah.
Now we get interaction between Alex and Tyler. Tyler Hilton, I mean Chris
CK.
Keller. I always call him Tyler.
And he calls her the crappy track.
Yeah.
And Alex is pissed.
In all
As
my
she
notes,
is.
I just want to say
CK.
I wrote Tyler in all my notes.
I wrote CK for
I wrote
everything.
CK too. Yeah,
I wrote
wrote-
CK, and then for Haley I put HJS.
I just see him. I just think Tyler. Sorry.
I know, it's
So
hard.
sorry.
It's hard.
Yeah. So they interact. He hears her song, says it's crap.
And he was like, I'm
In
just going to
just his
ask you
own
about
way.
your boyfriend, just seeing if you have a boyfriend.
Of course.
Typical Chris
Just
Keller.
Typical Chris Keller one-liners.
I love it.
Being
I love it.
snippy little sassy man in his third-person
Mhm.
personality.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then she gets mad. She goes back to Chase's apartment, and Chase is in his underwear.
Just sitting there.
He's like,
and he's
whitey
just sitting there,
tighties.
like
Yeah, tidy whities.
super. That was like
That-
that was enough to show.
that was
too much, I think.
yeah.
If I was Steven, I would have been like,
Well, the thing is, because in the past,
we've
couple
had
of
so many
scenes-
girls in underwear.
Well, no, he was in boxers.
Yeah, like now why
Usually, I don't know. The dude either wears boxers,
or boxer briefs or
or
tighty
briefs.
whities. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
usually
It was just a weird
weird
it almost
transition
made him
for
look like a diaper.
yeah. It did. It made him look like a little baby just
Again,
sitting there.
not to mention Breaking Bad again, but I always
Yeah.
just think of
Yeah,
Walter
that's-
White.
That's true.
And it's funny because oh gosh, what's his name? His name in real life.
Oh,
Brian Cranston.
Brian
Yes.
Cranston. Yes,
When he was in Malcolm in the Middle, he also wore whitey
Yes,
tighties.
yeah.
As Hal. So I
Oh.
always just think of Brian Cranston and whitey tighties.
just wait.
Walter White,
Mm-hmm.
Hal.
Yeah. And now Chase.
Now Chase.
now Chase.
Now we're
Now
thinking of
Stephen
Chase.
Coletti.
A
Which
tan one though.
it's great.
A
Yeah,
tan beauty.
tan beauty.
Tan checks is just overall super brown.
So tan.
So
Yeah.
tan.
Like almost too tan.
Yeah.
Where it's like, wow,
So
girl.
tan.
Yeah, and then she slams the door and Chase is just sitting in there in his underwear.
Yeah.
He's like, hello?
Next we
Oh.
have a Quay scene.
Quay sleeps.
Yep.
Is
They're
this-
in bed.
No, Clay sleeps.
Clay
Quinn
sleeps.
stays-
Quinn watches. Or
Quinn
she does
stays up.
everything but sleep.
Right, so she's watching a movie. She's playing Angry Birds.
I have-
She's reading
Every
magazines.
time I have Quay, I have just Quay sleep, Quay no sleep. Quay sleep, Quay no sleep. It's pretty much how their episode went.
Yeah. So she's worried about him, so she stays up. Clay ends up sleeping throughout the night, but she stayed up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
To make sure.
Then we have the door unlocked at the house.
Yeah.
Creepy.
And then someone then touches the lock or something.
First she gets a call from Nate.
Oh, right. And she's like, you scared me. I'm home by myself in this big house. Why'd we have to get this house? And
Yeah, and
I mean,
she's-
that's creepy. You and with your 2 children home
Not even
by
that.
like, with a
Why
huge
don't
house.
we say something? I don't know. Again.
Or just always have the door locked. Or again, have an alarm system, as we mentioned in the
Or I would say,
commentaries.
Nate, you wouldn't believe like
Like,
the door
they're-
was open.
they
And in
have a-
Carrot's Cafe, it was weird today.
yeah,
door
they
opens.
should also have an alarm for that as well. They should have cameras.
Guys, this is the
This is-
town where
I
no
know
one
it's Tree
knocks.
Hill, I
This is the
know.
thing. The doors
I
are just
know.
unlocked. It's
I'm
a
just
small
tearing
town.
it
But you would
apart.
think
It's what we do.
After so much that this family has been through with losing their
Yeah.
child a million
No,
times,
no,
and
no,
it's
no.
just, it's stupidity.
I
But
bet you those doors don't even have locks on them.
no, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
It's a lock-free town.
And then after she gets off the phone, we see the creepy shadow.
Shadow
Shadow
figure.
Man
Definitely a man.
is definitely a
It's
man.
definitely a man.
Sure.
Trying to jiggle the handle of her
Ooh.
bedroom door, by the way.
Yeah. So it means in the house,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Oh, I
It's
see
her
what you're
bedroom
saying.
door. And they're
but
in
it was the outside bedroom door.
Oh, they have a outside door. Who the
It
hell
was- it
knows
was
how their
from the
house is set
outside.
up? Okay, so they weren't actually in the house.
They
were
weren't
trying
in the
to get
house
in.
because it was like a glass door with like a
yeah,
curtain.
Gives
that's
me
what
the
I
creeps.
thought.
Yeah, like a patio door.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Then
Could it be?
I have Brooke driving in the car. She's doing a quote about Tree Hill and
Yeah, how she's
how
come
it's
so far.
yeah, how she looked at it one way as she was younger and now she looks at it differently and
this
She's
is her life.
reminiscing.
it was
now.
yeah, and she's happy with the way that her life just turned out. She's exactly what she's
It's
wanted.
everything she's always wanted.
That's so I think that's so beautiful.
Very
Yeah.
sweet.
She looks at her crying baby twins, but she's like, "This is where I wanted to be always."
Mhm.
It's so sweet.
And I love
Brooke.
that the girl that they picked for her to see herself in was wearing like a fuchsia top, and I'm like, she used to always wear
Yeah.
those.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
She was
typical
always like
fuchsia
in
Wasn't
top.
that
purple
her,
and pink, and
It was her. It was her playing.
Yeah, yeah.
But like
it
It
wasn't
was-
a flashback of
it
her,
was-
right?
well, it was a girl at the bar, but she
But
saw
she
herself.
saw herself.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
She saw herself,
It was-
but I
Because
like
at
that.
first I thought maybe it was a scene that we've seen previously, like
No,
but
it was.
wasn't.
It was a girl, but she
her
physi-
reminiscing.
Yeah, she saw herself in that girl, but the
Yes.
girl was wearing an outfit that Brooke
Yes.
would wear.
Right.
Yeah.
Back
right,
in the
right,
day,
right.
Yeah.
it was a very
Gotcha.
back in the day Brooke
Yes.
outfit.
Yep.
Then we have brilliant babies.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quay, no sleep talk.
They go to the doctor,
They go. Then he's like, all right, we'll go today,
and the doctor's
and they go.
and the doctor is asking questions about what his life is like, his day to day. Mentions the fact that he was shot and they should do some neurological
Mhm.
testing.
Sure should.
And she also gives him some sleeping pills.
Yes. And Quinn falls asleep at the doctor's office because she was up all night watching him.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Christening.
the christening of the Baker boys.
We meet Ted Davis.
Ted Davis arrives.
I even wrote Ted Baker in my notes.
Nope.
I put Ted Baker is finally here.
Who's Ted Baker?
Who's Ted
He's
Baker?
Julian. And
Julian's weird
Brooke's
cousin,
dad.
Ted.
That would be really weird.
So Ted arrives. He's the godfather. Haley's the godmother.
And I said he's exactly how I pictured him to be,
And I
like
put-
a hot silver fox that's like a cocky douche.
he wasn't silver,
daddy.
though.
he wasn't.
He was. He's getting there. He could be silver soon. He wasn't all the way
Pre-silver.
gray.
Pre-silver.
Pre-Sylv.
No, he was great,
And
and
his
I love
dynamic
him
with
Vicky.
Yeah, their dynamic is exactly how I imagined that as well.
Did you think we were gonna get a Davis dad?
Yeah,
This season.
No.
No, I didn't predict that. But then once we went to the church, and she said, "Oh no,
Was
he's
there
not here." And
Yeah.
Nate
Was there a
will make
moment you
Nate-
thought he wasn't going to show up and they just brought him up again? Or did you
No,
think
I
he was
honestly,
going to show
I
up?
was like,
Yeah.
we're not going to revisit that.
Yeah, why would we do this
Yeah,
again?
so I figured he was coming, and I'm happy to see him.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of, it's nice to finally meet him, but I'm also like, where are we gonna go with that storyline, if any?
Maybe nothing.
Maybe
Maybe
nothing. We
Yeah.
just met him to appease the fans. Like, here's Brooks Davis's dad. Finally, we talked about him all the time, and we never.
What
well,
about Royal? There
That's
it is.
true. He
There
made
it
a
is.
he
There
made
it
a
is.
one episode appearance. So,
Yeah.
oh man,
But why was he
Royal.
talking to Karen?
It would
Wasn't it
make-
2 episodes?
it might have been 2.
Yeah, I think he was in 2. Maybe 3.
Why don't
that
that would be? Let's have Royal come in
can
and
someone
say,
he's probably
Danny
dead.
boy. We didn't even touch upon
Why
what
can't
Royal
he-
had to say about
Well,
Dan killing his son.
I bet his parents just
disowned him. Like,
Yeah.
they're done. That's why we never
mean-
see them.
yeah.
But those are like Nathan's grandparents, so
They could be dead.
they could be dead. I doubt they're dead. They're probably like on the farm with Whitey or whatever, fishing with
Whitey's
Whitey.
dead.
Is the farm heaven? Is that what
The
we're calling
farm.
the heaven?
Yeah,
The
it's
farm?
like the farm, like in Riverdale, where all the cuckoos go, like at the farm.
The cuckoos. Oh,
Like
Polly's
farm.
I'm like, what is she talking?
The cult?
The culty farm.
Okay.
Culty cuckoo farm. That's where Royal.
Not to get on a royal tangent, but where are you?
Royal
Where
Scott
are
is
you
the
do-
best
where are
guy.
you,
All
Royal?
right.
Then I have
Checks.
check sex again.
Well,
Okay.
they're talking about Mean Chris.
She's venting.
She's venting. They want to have Chase wants to have sex, and she's like, ugh.
He's such a jerk. He's
And
so
then
mean.
Chase is like, let's talk about it.
But that's when Chase gets up.
Yeah.
He gets up, he goes into Chris Keller, and Chris Keller is singing, and he pauses for a minute, and then just reverts back to singing.
Yeah.
It was funny.
He lets him have
Typical.
his little
What did
scream
Chase
moment.
say? Did anyone write it?
He's like, stop telling my
Oh, no.
girlfriend she sucks. A crap.
And
so
I had a
crappy."
great sex life before
before
you showed up.
Yeah.
And now you're ruining it.
No,
or
but didn't he
something
call
along
him something? He said something
Yes,
really
he's
funny.
like, you nerd
nerdy something
with
or
your
other.
poofy hair. I don't
Oh,
know.
it was
No.
like no, not a chicken.
Peacock.
A
Cockatoo.
You
peacock,
look like a peacock.
Peacock.
peacock-haired nerdy something or other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm about it.
Yeah.
Then I
Then
have bad news, Julian.
yeah, he got the bad news, which we later find out is the movie pulled out.
Yeah.
So now he's super fucked
Yeah.
financially. Dan at the church.
Dan appears at church.
I want.
would
Okay.
not expect him to walk into a church like
Well,
that.
Well,
but
Haley
he
made a
just-
comment like, "Oh, we'll see if it's still standing."
Yeah.
now."
Yeah.
So thoughts?
Thoughts.
I know you mentioned it before, but you guys.
We
think-
both had a suspicion by the way he was talking about his home and how he had nowhere else to go and he doesn't want the money. He just wants to, have a house put up for 3 nights or something like that. And what it looked to me, I was like, he plays that sociopath so well. Like, they're very charming. They're very, like, persuasive. And, like, then you see Haley lets him in the house. She's like, okay, like, obviously Nathan, I don't know what Nathan's going to say. And, like, before she even could ask him, she already put him up.
Yeah.
So
he knew she would say
yeah,
yes.
And I think
knew.
he would know that Nate would say yes, too.
And
Even
she
you
also
don't think he
has.
would?
She's also been creeped out being by herself.
That's true.
She probably
Yeah.
thought, well, I get a man in the house at least.
Especially one
Yeah.
that's a killer.
Yeah. Who has skills.
Who has some skills in that department.
I don't know if Nate would have said yes.
You don't think so?
No.
What do you think? Not to jump ahead, but Nate ends up coming home and sees him. What do you think his reaction is going to be?
Like, what are you doing here?
Don't
Is
give
he
me my daughter.
Is he
Don't
getting
touch
kicked
my
out or
child.
is Dan staying?
I think
Oh,
he's
Dan's
gonna
staying.
flip out and go talk to Haley, and Haley will be like, "This is what's going on," and then they'll, I don't know, try to help him in a way because Nate will feel bad because Nate has matured. He's reached this, like, I do want him to know my kids, and we'll give him like a couple of days, but Dan's gonna stick around for a little longer,
Oh, he's
That's what
sticking
I
around
see.
the whole season.
which could only really be 4 days. We don't know how long this season is.
That's true.
This could take place over,
5 days, if
yeah,
that. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Or even a day. No, I think the day was
Yeah,
done.
I think a day.
It's been 2 days
The
already.
day was done.
because Nate. Was
Yeah, it's been 2
traveling.
days.
Right.
Yeah,
Because the christening was the day after.
right.
The-
So I
Random
just-
thought, but maybe Quay fights about not letting. She doesn't want Clay to go to London
Yeah,
because of
I
his.
like that you just chose
I know.
London,
it's Europe.
even
but-
though
Oh,
they
I'm
said
sorry.
Europe.
Why do I keep saying London?
I don't know, but it's just Europe.
It's just Europe in general. Just Europe.
I think Liz wants to go to London.
Yes, I do. My coworker is actually going to London, and maybe that's why it's on my
Oh.
brain. But
Yeah.
maybe that's why they have the fight. Quinn doesn't want Clay to go because he's obviously not in his best mental state.
that makes sense.
That's prediction.
Yeah.
There you go for Quay prediction.
But then that would mean, yeah. So I would think that this is going to be a
It's
short amount
within,
of
like,
time.
Less than a month, maybe,
Yeah.
if that.
Mm-hmm.
My foot's itchy.
Cool.
Because like, how many more time jumps are we going to do?
Yeah, no more.
Again, we could do as many as the show wants.
But we shouldn't.
yeah,
But we shouldn't.
I think from what I feel, we're having the big epic Dan towards last 2 episodes or last 3 episodes,
Mhm.
if not in the finale. I don't think it's happening.
I don't think it's
I don't think it's the
finale.
finale.
No.
Just from that 5 seconds that we saw, I can tell the tone of it. I don't think
Yeah.
it happens in that episode, but I feel like
Excuse me.
this Dan thing, we're going to be maybe it's going to be a week or 2 weeks, and then that's for the season.
Yeah.
And
He's
that's
just,
my prediction.
Dan is just such a great, well, we already said manipulator.
Yeah.
But Haley knows, I mean, he said,
She
I
knows
lost
that.
everything. I have nothing. She's like, this man is broken. And
He's-
he's sad.
He
and
hasn't had
has-
anything for a long time, though. Would you really think
Yeah.
of it?
But
He
He's been
has
gone for a
nothing.
while.
Nate gave him the hope.
He gave him hope.
If Nate
He
never
shouldn't have
did
done
that,
that.
Dan would have never come
He should-
around, in my opinion, and I don't think his fire would have happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would have went on living their lives.
Yeah.
Dan would have never died in the way we're going to see it.
Yeah.
And they would have.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's Montreal.
Okay.
Tee-hee. Dan's got in church. Fire
Alex-
burned everything.
Alex is back at the
Yes.
studio.
Chris Keller's in the booth.
And she's pissed and she throws a shoe at the mirror window. And she starts yelling and Chris is turning her off and
It's
ignoring her.
funny scene.
But then Chris plays her song that he spent
he
all
revamped
night.
it.
He spent all night recording
Sounded good.
all of the new sounds and instruments and everything, and it sounds way better.
Yep.
And she recognizes, okay, yeah,
You're
it's
right.
better.
And it's nice that he put the effort. He stayed up all night and recorded everything.
Well, that's what he does.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
so
he's
talented.
taking his job seriously
yeah,
though.
but he's gonna be a little shit about it.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is
which
the
we
best.
love is the charm.
Yeah.
The CK charm.
CK.
Then we're back at the Haley
We're at
household.
the Naily residence,
and
and
what?
It's a spider.
where?
Where's the
That spider?
spider?
Oh, it's so tiny. I'm gonna get it.
Okay, well,
Oh,
Liz gets the
It's going in
spider.
the wall, so
Um, Dan
Right.
hugs
It's gone now.
Jamie. So cute.
I
so
loved-
sweet.
Yeah. So we see Haley.
That
let
was
him
a
in.
really sweet moment. I love that. He was like, I missed you.
It was very
And
sweet.
he's wearing his Keith Scott.
Remember when they used to
Hoodie.
get ice cream?
Yeah,
I
I
loved Grandpa Dan.
Dan as a grandpa is great.
He
and I love
loves his
it.
grandchildren because it's kind of like, not that he'll get a second chance
It's like
with
a
them,
do-over.
but
Yeah.
it's like, let me try and be better than I was.
fresh start.
Even Victoria too. You see that she was not the best mother, and now
She's way less evil though.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
way. I mean, she's not a sociopath. She's not a killer.
no.
Then I have another Quay sleeping talk.
I just put Quay in bed again. We can move on, right?
Yeah.
Did they? She said something like, Did you take your sleeping
Take the
pills?"
pills.
And that's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
Brilliant.
Brilliant in bed.
Brilliant. The movie fell through. He tells her.
Yeah. I think they
and-
started off talking about Victoria,
I just
and then
he's
"Not
like,
to
your
put-"
mom really hates her dad.
Yeah.
And that was really funny.
Yeah.
She's like, it's been that way pretty much my whole life.
Mhm.
It's always been like that.
Yeah.
And then we have a Haley and Chris scene.
I love though not Julian. He says, "First, I'm going to rock your world."
Oh yeah.
and
and then we're gonna sleep.
and then we're gonna sleep
And then none of that happens because the baby starts crying.
Yeah.
Twins cry on time.
every single time.
So then, Brooke takes off with the kids again in the car.
Right? And he says, "Be safe."
Yeah.
That kind of. Did you think something bad was gonna happen? Because I did.
Yeah, but,
but
like, we're not gonna do
luck-
another car crash. 'Cause we
Yeah.
already did that.
Luckily, it
But who
didn't.
knows? It's Tree Hill.
It's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Then it's the Haley James Scott booty call.
Yep. Haley and Chris. I miss their scenes.
Me too.
Remember when
She
we were
hates him but loves him
Remember
so much.
when we were so mad that she left with him?
Yeah. That was not good.
I
not
it
good.
took me a long time to get over it. I didn't forgive
Right.
her for a while.
I understood.
I forgave, but I didn't
She just
forget.
never
Right,
should have gotten
exactly.
married in high school. If
Right.
we really want to get into it. But,
right.
You know. Anyway, sorry.
Then Haley, Chris Keller missed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. Then
Checks.
I didn't even write that down.
Checks in bed.
Yeah, they're in bed.
They're in bed
beauties.
again.
Yeah,
Two
210
tan
beauties.
kissing and things.
We
Clay
get
sleepwalking again or
nope,
not yet?
Driving.
Brooke's driving around.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't write
Then
that
Clay
down.
is walking on the river court, asleep,
Yeah.
sleepwalking. Julian, he's at the sound stage. These are those like final
Yeah.
little quick scenes. Dan and the baby.
Lydia.
And then Nate walks in. gives a
Holding the
look,
teddy bear. He was like ready to give Lydia the teddy bear, but
I
then looks up and
know,
he sees
it's
Dan holding her.
and he goes, "Hello, son.
Welcome home,
And
son.
which
Welcome
we
home."
saw, we knew that was coming.
Woo!
And then it
end of
ends.
episode.
End of episode.
Great first
Holy
episode.
moly!
It was
Probably
wonderful.
one of the highlights. Highlighted of the. Why can't I speak tonight?
It might be the
It's-
coffee.
Maybe
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
then
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Probably one of the best premiere episodes of the show for each season.
There you go.
agreed.
Got my words.
There
I'm
you go.
with you on that.
I had sail away cold brew coffee, and I'm a little
love us.
jittery. Please love us, sail away. That's it.
Should we take
Are
a
you
break?
excited?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
rushing our break.
No, it's okay.
That's
It's
quite
okay.
all right.
We can rush.
No,
Um,
no, I didn't mean to rush.
No, I just want
Yes,
to know if
I'm
you're excited.
very,
No, I'm-
very,
I'm-
very
okay,
excited.
yeah, this
But
is great.
also sad for a few reasons. You know, I'm sad that it's
Of
wrapping
course,
up, and I'm
yeah.
also sad about like a lot of drama that's going to happen. I'm probably going to lose characters that I love, and bad things are going to happen to them. But
we kind
I'm
of
excited
knew
for it. But we
was
knew that
coming,
was going to
though.
happen. I
Yeah,
know.
I'm excited to know the story.
Right? We can finally close the book and say, if someone were to ask you something about One Tree Hill, we don't have to have censors. We can just
know.
talk to them about it or look up anything we want on the internet.
Anything we want.
Like
Yeah.
today, me looking for mouth quotes on like binoculars, like trying not to like look too
Yeah.
deep into everything,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
though you just never know. But I'm excited. And again, this was a really good first episode.
It was.
Gave me
Great.
everything I needed. And as we said before, if this was the only episode of 9, I'm okay with it. Like, give me the last episode of season 8. We said that was a pretty good finale. And then just watching this, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, me too.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good for One Tree Hill.
Well, we get 12 more.
But we get 12 more
Yay.
crazy ass episodes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Break.
Break time. Break
Take a
time.
break.
Hey there. So I want to tell you guys about my personal favorite podcast, besides Tree Hill Talk, of course, the Melrose Place podcast. husband and wife rewatch, recap, and analyze every episode of the hit 90s TV series Melrose Place. Join Jenny and Dan as they take you through every twist and turn of the late-night soap opera that changed television forever. You can find them on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at Melrose Pod. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Stitcher. And if you'd like to shout them out and say hello to them, you can email them at melrosepod@gmail.com. I have been listening to Dan and Jenny for the past year every week, and it is my favorite part of the week. I love them so much. They are so, so funny. They go scene by scene of each episode. So even if you've seen this show before or you've missed a couple of episodes here and there, they fill you right in. So it's like you've missed nothing at all. They have a great Facebook page, so they're very community-based. Everybody in the group posts theories, and they post different articles that they found. And Dan and Jenny do a Bitch of the Week segment, which is so much fun. They each pick a character from the episode that can be the honorary Bitch of the Week, and then we, the listeners, get to vote. So you guys should totally check it out. Even our own Bitch-toria, Daphne Zuniga, she plays Jo Reynolds in Melrose Place. She's one of the main characters. So if you love Daphne, you should definitely go watch her in Melrose Place. I also want to shout out, Dan is also part of another podcast. It's a comedy-based, kind of like a lifestyle podcast, kind of like how our It Takes Three podcast is. It's called the Dan and Cody Podcast. It's super funny. You guys should totally check them out as well. And tell them that Tree Hill Talk sent you.
Okay.
Hey,
we're back.
Segment time.
We are back with our segments.
Segments for season 9.
Let's just knock out our favorite character.
Oh, favorite character?
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Chris Keller! Oh, I go Dan Scott. But I meant Chris Keller. What the fuck?
You threw me because you're so thirsty
Wow.
for Chris Keller.
Wow.
But
Wait.
look
nope.
how crazy it is that Dan was so prominent in my head that it took over
Yeah.
my love for Chris Keller.
So Dan Scott was your favorite.
I was really excited for Dan to I was equally excited for Dan and Chris though. Like that my excitement for both characters to come back were equal. Why I said Dan over Chris. I'm the a fusion of both characters. I know I can't do that, but fuck it, I do it.
Well, and to be
Alright.
fair,
Fusion of both.
we talked about the last scene that we saw.
That's true, and
it
Dan was
Dan.
closing
It
the door.
Dan. That's
You're
fine.
right. But I thoroughly Dan and Chris
Yeah.
made the whole episode for me.
It's so funny. It's just the whole episode list is like, Chris Keller's
I know.
So thirsty. And that's why I was like, okay, 3, 2, 1, we're all going to say Chris. And then she's like, Dan Scott.
I
I was like,
our little
like-
wild card.
and then it was,
But you guys didn't notice that I
but-
said it.
but
oh, I
like,
didn't.
but it took it, but like 2 seconds later, I was like, wait, she didn't say. I was like, she said Dan Scott. That took me a second.
This is why you're here each week for great quality
Yeah.
content.
Great quality.
But
Same.
yes, Chris Keller, amazing.
Least favorite?
Oh, Souls is coming to sniff
Least
my feet.
favorite.
I guess Clay.
I know. We gotta give this guy a break.
No. And not
Poor Clay.
because of like because of how we feel about them.
I know.
Out of
Everyone's storyline.
yeah.
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 It's fair.
His was the most, literally, no pun intended, but like a snooze fest.
And you know,
But,
you know what the thing is though, I'm really kind of curious about what's going on.
Me too.
But
Me
not
too.
as much as everybody else.
Right.
Actually,
And I'm like, oh wow, this is like the Quasi Quinn shit. Quasi Quay.
I'm not going to say anything, but
Yeah.
or
Mm-hmm.
I could put Chase in that. Chase didn't really do anything for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Chase, I was kind of going between
Chase.
Chase and Clay also. Because
You know?
Alex, at least we had some interaction with Chris
Mhm.
and she had her music.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
Chase was just kind of like that fuck boy just sitting
And
there in
then
his
I
tiny
was just gonna
Exactly.
say, I keep picturing him in
Just
his
a
tiny
fuck
way. He's
boy.
just sitting there.
just
so
sitting there. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll give it to Chase.
Yeah.
Clay's
I-
going through some shit. I feel bad
No,
for him.
right. I
Yeah.
don't want to like beat up on
at the
him.
moment, his storyline is more interesting though than Check's. So
Right.
Yeah.
I'll
we'll
give
give
it
it.
to
We'll
Chase.
give it to Chase.
Yeah.
We'll give it to Chase. Okay.
All together?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Chase.
I'm gonna throw a
She's going to be like, Nathan. I think we should do the 3, 2, 1s every week.
Okay.
Okay, sounds
All right,
good.
ready?
Yeah.
Favorite outfit.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. I gotta think.
Oh wait, I have to think.
Me too. I think
Well,
I have it. It's hard.
I take it back. I have favorite looks, but not really specific outfits.
How about, do we
Okay.
want to go first episode, everyone's appearance? Do we like it, not like it? Like,
Love it.
love Haley's hair?
Love it.
Love
Adorable.
it.
Love
Mhm.
Brooke's hair. It's almost
Love
the
it.
same.
Very
just longer,
wavy,
beautiful.
very voluminous.
Quinn looks as good as ever.
Sure.
Yeah.
Clay filled out a little bit. He's
He looks
tanner.
healthy.
He's
Looks
healthier.
Nate, we already discussed.
Buzzed
Love,
hair.
Love it.
Love
Chris
it.
Keller already up there.
Those
Love
glasses.
it.
The glasses.
Blue
love,
eyes.
love that.
Got it.
Victoria, Dan looks fresh.
Sure.
Ted
She looks
Davis.
great.
Ted Davis
Ted
is
styling?
sexy.
The silver, not silver fox.
Julian,
Julian,
cute as ever.
adorable
Julie,
as
a little
ever.
disheveled, but looks good.
It's okay.
Dan Scott, flannel and super
He
broken.
looks great.
Super
So,
broken Dan.
Fresh.
So everyone had they
Good looks.
Lydia, I'm liking your hair.
Alex,
Aw.
super tan.
so
Super
tan.
So
But
tan.
Chase too.
Chase looks
Chase-
good.
Tan
Chase
square.
haircut. He got a haircut.
A little
Something.
Yeah.
buzz.
Because of
Little
the
buzz.
Air Force.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a more military-ish look.
He looks
for him.
great.
He looks
Yeah.
great. Without a shirt on, he looked good.
All cute babies.
Yeah. So
Yeah, cute
everyone
little
really
babies.
season 9 is looking up for everyone.
Everyone's got
Hopefully
good
they
looks.
keep it. I liked Brooke's hair at the communion christening.
Yeah.
It was like kind of twisted into
Half
half
up,
up,
half
half
down.
down. They've been doing that a couple of times with her hair. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I did like when Haley first walked into Karen's cafe for the first time in that episode. Her hair was kind of like, she like curls a little bit and then it was like pushed up.
Yeah.
And then she had
half.
this cute like sweater over shorts things that we were
Like the
talking about
scarf?
before. Yeah,
Yeah,
I liked
yeah.
that. I liked that.
Yeah.
I couldn't really remember anyone else's outfits
Right.
for the most part.
Yeah. Everyone else was kind of pretty basic. I
Yeah.
think.
Just Nate's light, or was it like a grayish? It looked linen shirt at the airport.
I didn't notice that.
a nice
How
crisp
did I not
linen.
notice crisp linen shirt?
Nate with a crisp haircut and crisp
He just
linen.
looked
crispy Nate.
crispy.
Crispy.
Those crispy nuggets.
Crispy Nate.
Do you guys have a favorite quote at all?
like Chris Keller
anything
missed
Chris
you.
Keller said.
Chris Keller missed you. Anything Chris Keller said, right?
Yeah.
It's the Haley James Scott booty call.
It's funny too.
Yeah, just anything he said. I feel like that's going to be for the rest of the
Pretty much
season. Everything he
everything.
says.
Oh, and I
is
really liked
the
Dan.
coke. Oh, I was gonna say the
when
cokehead
he said,
Millie.
Hello, son.
Yeah, because he chills. Right.
Oh, I did
Woo!
like when Brooke said crackhead Millie.
Thanks to
It
my
was
mom
funny.
and crackhead Millie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
For
good, too.
losing her company.
Yeah.
That was funny. Is that all our segments with that stuff? I do have a little trivia.
Keep hitting this, right?
Yeah, fashion quote, favorite character. Yeah, that's
All
pretty
right,
much it.
we got our trivia,
Trivia?
from Tish.
Yay!
Yeah, she sent these a while ago
Liam.
because we were supposed to record a few weeks ago, but we didn't. Sorry. But she said, "Hey, ladies, this is the 175th episode.
Wow, that's a
Nate-
lot.
Nathan's voiceover at the beginning and end of the episode is taken from Shakespeare's play The Tempest. Tyler Hilton returns as his role of Chris Keller after a 5-year absence.
I was gonna say it was since season 2,
Yeah.
3, if that.
The night.
No, 4, because he was at the prom.
Yep. 5 plus.
Thank you.
4 is 9.
5 plus 4 is 9. Math.
Oh my God. The 9th season aired every Wednesday for 13 weeks straight, meaning there were no gaps between weeks when it aired.
Wow.
This episode is named after a song by Ann Horse.
Was it always on Wednesdays? Do you
No,
remember?
I think it did Tuesdays for a while. Pretty
Wow.
sure. Yeah.
With no
13
breaks,
13
no
weeks straight.
like
13
there was
weeks
no
No
holiday
hiatus,
breaks,
nothing.
no
Well, from
hiatus.
January to, was that 2 months about? 2 months and a week?
Mm.
January, February, first week of March. It's a short
It's
month.
like 2.5
February.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
3
really
months,
nothing in
4
between.
weeks in a month.
About that. Sorry.
About 3 months.
3 months.
3
just
plus months.
Kidding.
Michelle
Michelle and Liz
March.
can't do math.
January, February, March. Well, it's mid-January. Right?
January.
Anyways,
Okay.
okay. Wow, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting for the fans because they didn't have to wait for an episode to come on, which when we hate when our shows go on
What
breaks.
were your thoughts when you were like, oh my God, Winter Hill's coming back?
At first I was like, fuck.
Like, now I have to watch it
It
again.
just came off you come off 8 like a little like,
Oh, you're
and
like, no
I remember
more.
liking that last episode, Jamie in the sweatshirt like running, and I
Mm.
was like, okay, sweet, everything was nice. And then I was like, God damn it, they're bringing it back. But then I remember the
Seeing
teaser,
the promo.
the promos, and I was like, okay. And then watching the first episode, I was like, okay, I'm here for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's.
Enough said.
I was worried at first when they announced it, and I was like, fuck, really? They're really trying to milk it. But then after I remember watching this episode, I was like, okay, I'm in.
Mm.
Like, Dan, Chris, I'm in. I'm in.
Mhm.
I'm in.
Yep. We're in as well.
I'm glad we're all in it.
We're all in it.
We do you want the title for next? I know we didn't want blurbs.
No blurbies,
but do you want the title?
Yeah, sure.
Title's good.
A little throwback to when you guys used to do predictions based on
know.
titles. Title is In the Room Where You Sleep.
In the room
That's
where it
creepy.
happened. That is creepy.
Yeah.
We're definitely getting the intruder stuff
Mm-hmm.
going in there.
And Nate and Dan reaction.
Yeah. Is that how the episode's gonna start?
I would hope so. It
I think
picks
so.
up. Or more of the scenes from flash forwards.
Right,
And filling
right.
in more and more.
Mm,
And then we'll
mhm,
go to
mhm.
current time. Or
I just wish they would tell you like how far away this stuff is.
yeah, but that would.
But you know,
yeah.
It's you could say like 5 days from now, but I was mentioning how to Get Away with Murder on commentary, and every season, I think they're a fourth or fifth season. Every single premiere episode is a huge jump forward.
They tell you.
Yeah, they say like 3 months from now. Well, not huge, but like they'll tell you in the first 5 minutes of the episode, this is a flash forward. And then each episode up to the finale is a flashback, pretty much. So it keeps you intrigued because you know what's going to happen. Then
You're
you
just
have to
wondering
piece
how they
to
get
it.
there.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, it's pretty much the same thing, which is cool. It's a good concept. Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
We're almost there, guys. We're
Liz
almost there.
can't speak today.
It's a good concept. I just wish I knew how far out those things were, because honestly, to my eye, in the first 2 seconds, I was like so confused, especially with for some reason, quite confused me the most, because they had the fight and then she's going to pick them up at the park and like they're fine. So I was like, oh wait, I guess that was a flash forward.
Yeah.
So
I saw you were a little
anyway,
confused. That's why
I'm
I was
just a little
like, those
confused.
were flash forwards.
Yeah.
Just confirming.
I would have gotten
And-
it eventually, but
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe you're already thinking this, but those flash forwards don't have to be cohesive with
right,
one
they don't
another.
all have to be the
Yeah.
same
They
time.
could just be.
They could just happen
little
as
Things that are happening
right.
in the future with people.
So it's very exciting. All right, so Dan and Nate open up.
And hopefully we're gonna get.
And
some
we're gonna
Mouth
get-
and Millie.
Where were they? I really missed them
They
this
must
episode.
be busy.
They
You
were,
know, recording
Mouth and Millie in the morning.
Yeah, but
Yes, that's it.
that's it.
Where do you think? Yeah, because okay. I don't want to jump.
No, it's
I mean,
fine.
I don't want to like
Jump.
predict for them because we didn't see anything for them.
For who?
Mouth and Millie.
Why not? Fuck it. This
No,
is
I was
our
just-
show.
I
You
was
can do
just
whatever you
gonna
want.
say, like, it's true. I was thinking ahead, and then I was gonna have word vomit, but I decided to stop.
Wait, you saw something today.
Yes, I did.
Are you sharing with me or no?
If you want me to, it's
this
very,
is like one thing
very-
you know,
I know.
that I don't
and
know.
it's so silly too. Do you want me to share it with you later?
Yeah.
Okay. Or you want me to tell you now on the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw a button that says "mouth for senator." I don't know if this is real. I don't know if this is real because on Cafe Press they
Wait,
had many other we solely
that's great.
Solely
we
just
look
knocking
we
things
love
over.
Redbubble and we use it a lot for our Tree Hill boxes.
Yeah.
And so when on there, all I really could find were stickers for mouth.
Yeah.
And one of our listeners, Nia Goldman, she made the sticker that we're using for
Yay!
Mouth is
Thanks,
Box. So
girl.
shout out to you. We're so excited about it. So I went on Cafe Press just for the hell of it because we always get emails from them. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow, they have like all these random mouth quote things and like stuff. I was like,
It's the right mouth, right? It's not like another
well,
mouth
I don't
from
know.
a
So
character-
me,
from a
I
show.
typed
Oh,
in
boy.
Mouth McFadden. So I was like, okay,
That would actually make
sense. Yeah, but I didn't know. I was like, maybe it's, but you know how sometimes people just like make things just to
Sure.
make them like,
This for president.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I was like, oh, maybe someone just really loved Mouth and they wanted to make a pin as a joke.
Wow.
But yeah,
He gets political.
I could see that though.
Sure, yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah. So that was my, now that you know. Now we both know.
All
I
right.
was
you
going to
don't
type it in the
know,
email,
now
but
you
then I
know.
was like, well, maybe Michelle doesn't want to know, so I like backspaced.
Ah.
Yeah, it's like a tiny thing. But honestly, that wasn't even what I was going to predict. I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, wait, it's been maybe, we don't know, maybe a couple of months since we've last saw these people. And I was like, what have Mouth and Millie been doing? But I guess they've just been doing their show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope to see them in next week's episode.
Yeah, me too. I would hope so. Because
They'll be
We
around.
saw them a good amount.
Yeah, last season they
season.
were in a
I'm
lot.
pretty sure they're back next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, I know there
They
definitely were
always
times where
jump
they,
around with like not being in every episode.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's okay.
That's why
It's fine.
like we didn't even get Jamie that much. We literally
No,
he had
one
no
scene.
Sleeping
He
and hugs.
sleeping and
It
then
couldn't
he hugged Dan.
It could have been a different kid for all we knew. It was like pretty
Yeah.
much the back of
True.
his head.
It really could
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, Jamie. I
Yeah.
didn't see you.
Yeah, we'll see Jamie.
All right. Thanks.
I did pull up a little extra trivia. I don't know if you
Yes,
Yay.
please.
It's not like anything crazy, but I figured
Love
I
trivia.
know we
all
like
trivia is welcome.
Let me scroll this. Okay. James Lafferty and Bethany are the only cast members to appear in every season premiere.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say in every single episode.
Nathan, Haley, and Dan are the only main characters to appear in both the first and last premiere of the series.
Okay.
This episode marks the first appearance of
Dan's
Brooke's
been
father.
in every finale. Is that what you mean?
No. Premiere. of
Nathan
first
and Haley.
Oh,
Nathan,
okay, I
yeah,
see.
first and last season premiere of the series.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. The episode marks the first appearance of Brooke's father, Ted Davis.
The first appearance.
first.
More of
I
that.
caught that.
The basic Lee Norris and Lisa Goldstein were not in this episode.
Duh.
Tyler Hilton returns.
Do people say that anymore? No, duh.
As from this
I do.
episode, Tyler Hilton is credited as a series regular.
Oh wow.
Paul
okay.
Johansson also rejoins the cast as a series regular.
Woo!
Which we
And then both Tyler and Jana Kramer debuted their new songs in this episode.
Oh.
They both had music. In
Oh,
it.
that was really a Tyler Hilton song because I knew that song, but I just thought it was
Well,
like
he
a cover.
performed it.
Yeah, and he did perform it when we were in Icon.
Yeah, it's
So
a
I
song.
was like, I know that song.
I know that song.
I know that. I know.
I know
it's
him.
Santa. I know him.
cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so
I
I'm-
am very excited.
Great.
Very, very excited.
I'm very excited for you guys.
This is good stuff.
I'm just reading the blurb to myself.
Do you think
now,
Chris
see?
Keller is going to come
Yep.
in between
Mhm.
checks?
For
Or is he
funsies.
for funsies?
But
He's going to become in between everyone for funsies, right?
Yeah, he's a pest.
I love him.
But he knows what he's doing.
He
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
And
And
then-
but he told Haley like
He's there.
gonna be
He's
there
there to
to
work.
help.
Yeah.
there
Right.
to help. He's gonna be serious. So it'll be a good thing.
It'll be. a
But
good
he'll
thing.
mess along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be crazy
Yeah.
if he didn't.
Is that everything?
That's it, guys.
I have shout outs.
Shout outs.
shout outs.
Shout outs. We want to shout you out.
Shout out.
If you want to be a shout out, you got to go on iTunes and rate and review the show and make sure you are subscribed.
Please.
Please and thank you. Love you so much.
I'll read too. Shell underscore me bell.
It's not me.
No, it's not.
No.
They say 5 stars, by the way. I love this podcast. I binged every episode over the last month and finally caught up.
Ooh.
I watched One Tree Hill when it was on, and I rewatched the series every year. Wow, you go. With every podcast episode, I am able to relive those memories of watching the show and being completely surprised by what happens. It's so refreshing to go back to listen to others experience the show for the first time. Can't wait to hear more.
Yay.
Thanks, Shell.
So sweet.
And then Victor Jarity says, these women have amazing chemistry together. The eczema makes me want to relive my first time watching the show. 5 stars and talent was the
Wow.
Thank you,
Oh,
Victor.
you.
That's seriously, I remember actually when we got that, I posted on my Instagram because I was like, oh, I just felt so proud that someone were to say that he's actually just saying that about us. Like nothing about One Tree Hill. This is literally
Yeah.
like Liz, Michelle, and Ingrid.
Yeah. Chemistry.
So sweet. Thank you, Victor. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
We love you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
Stupid pen.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We're really excited for this last leg of the show.
I can't believe we're here.
I can't believe we're here. I can't believe it's 2 years
2
in the
years.
making.
It doesn't feel like
You
it's
know
been
what
that long, right?
The thoughts I've had, I'm like, wow, babies were born and are now 2.
2.
In the amount of time
Yeah.
we've had this
They're in their
Toddlers.
terrible 2s.
They're in their
Humans
terrible twos.
were made and are
Mhm.
now 2 years old.
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts though?
It is.
Crazy.
Trey Hill Talk and its terrible twos.
Oh,
it's in the
Aw.
best
Season
2s.
9, I guess, would be a terrible 2 stage. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Oh God.
And like
Um,
season 8 is that season 7 and 8 are like the newborn baby stage where it's rough. We're like
That's not
brilliant dealing with it.
Yeah.
We're done. I'm
We're
done,
done.
guys.
Okay.
With that
Um,
analogy.
Like I mentioned earlier about Patreon,
Just do it.
just check it out.
Just
Um,
do it.
do it. Shia LaBeouf says, "Just do it."
Shia LaBeouf.
But yeah, so Liz is gonna shout out our current pledges.
Sam just texted me a picture of when Tim
I
ripped his
saw
pants.
it. That's why I giggled before.
What is
I
it?
know you were in the chat. When we went to Six Flags and Tim ripped his pants on the ride. This is 7 years ago.
I can't believe it was
That's
7 years ago.
disgusting.
Oh.
Anyway, so here comes
the current pledges and
Patreon.
supporters and sponsors, pretty much, of
Hey,
the show.
you guys are the sponsors.
Appel.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry.
Wait, was that roll call in French? Wow.
That was beautiful.
Can you say it again?
It was
a little
so
louder?
faint. Please say it again.
Appel.
Appel. Oh,
Oh,
beautiful.
that's
Is each
So
time
what
gonna be
the
in-
lady sounds like when you.
Oh, really?
when you listen.
Yeah.
If anyone is from France or that part of Canada, let us
Sorry.
Yeah. I'll start from the royal treatment. In that tier we have Jessica, Michaela, Joshua, and
know.
Adana.
Holla.
The trick team, Sangeetha, Allison, and Letitia.
Woo.
Close over bros. Kendall, Logan, Ryan, Amanda, Kristen, Steve, Sophie, Chandler, Victoria, Ashley, Teresa, Ash, Jade, Gwen, Claudio, Nicole, and Erica.
Wow. Big group.
Yeah, we have 17 people in that tier.
Wow. Which tier is that?
That's the
classroom.
$10 tier. That's the place to be, guys.
Which
It's
tier?
the $10 tier. You
$10
get
tier.
you get visual sheet.
Is that close over
You
bros?
get birthday
read that.
sheet.
Close over
Sorry.
bros.
Yes,
Yeah,
close
no.
over bros. You get a lot in the $10 tier.
That you get the
Just
live stream.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah.
Keith
Yeah.
Scott Body Shop Crew is also a great tier.
Also,
We
wonderful
have
tier.
Jake, Tevin, Shanique, Erin, Jamenica, Manon, Jesselyn, Keegan, Monica, and Sam.
Woo.
Yay.
And then the Ravens, Alicia, Jill, Michelle Lee, Savannah, and Mandy.
Hell yeah.
You guys are great.
They're
You guys are
a
great.
beautiful humans.
I can't say it enough. We appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the ones and the reason that we get to do this, and the reason we can slowly but surely grow this little podcast family and hopefully create new shows for you guys. Be on the lookout for Let's Talk OC coming soon. Sooner if we hit goals over on ittakes3network.com. So
Mhm.
please go over there. It's still in the works, so things might change here and there, but pretty much the goal is to hit a certain amount so we can free up some time and make some new podcasts for you guys. There's a lot of TV shows. I know we hear you guys loud and clear. We know you guys want us to do Gossip Girl, Friday Night Lights, Buffy, Charmed, so many TV shows, and we would love to do all of them, but we can't do it without your help.
Right.
So the links will be down below, and feel free to check out both Patreons and, lend a hand.
Yes.
Check out Melrose Pod.
And check out Melrose Pod.
Check out Melrose Pod.
Please check them out. Tell them that Tree Hill Talk sent you.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you next week for episode 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Season 9.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Happy Monday.
Bye.